Good afternoon. Welcome to the Aldrich Arena here in White Bear Lake, game one of what's the name of this tournament? The Muscohegan Tournament. Hornets coming off an emotional game down in Faribault earlier this week, playing against Shattuck St. Mary's. See how they can roll into this tournament. They've got a bit of a zinger of a division. So it should be fun. Here we go. Nice to see Sportrich back out there. Edina coming out with a full complement. Ouska up the middle. Wyatt Smith on the right. Baker on the left. Puck rolls back towards Swigum. He chips it by the forechecker and throws it in from far. The bigger of the two OMG tendies and nets today, sporting all his black gear. Veronica will be happy to know they're wearing dark, so at least the dark goalie's got the dark pads and the light jersey's got the white pads. Here comes number two. He takes a knee at the blue line. Puck rolls to Bernhard, who gives it over to Swigum. Swigum back to Bernhard. Bernhard looks up ice, can't find a left winger. And Ouska goes to the bench for a change. Sandberg comes flying in down the left-hand side, going to try and pressure number 8. Cross ice pass, floats sick down there. Nice job as Edina waits to get onside. They do. And now Stahl comes inbound the circle, rolls it in front. Cole goes through the 5-hole and comes out the other side. Number 2 circles back in the zone. Edina good pressure, but a breakout pass here for OMG. Nice job there by Suds getting it back out to neutral ice. Kicked there by 1-2 players, and now back over to Sportich. Up the wall he goes. We'll see how he adapts to game speed. Been a number of months since he's been out in the game, so good job by Stahl. Puck comes to the top of the circle. Wheeled. Number 10 steps in. Zach and nets for the Hornets this morning. Quick shot, and they bury it. Scramble out front. And OMG able to get a quick shot off and squeak through between Zach's left leg and the post. Good pressure here from your Hornets, but not much in the way of shots or pressure. And OMG able to draw first blood a minute 36 in. Not much energy in this building this afternoon. It feels kind of, I don't know, sterile almost. Here comes OMG with a little bit of speed. 16 down the near side shot. Zach picked up a rebound. Oh, and they bury that too. 10 seconds later, 2-0. Good first save, but put it right on the stick. They do teach players to go low far side to try and get that shot as a pass, and those are 2 examples, or that is one example, excuse me, of how to do that. Elding trying to draw some calm amongst the players on the bench. 16, back over to the captain on the left side. Now back to 16, and again he's got room. Same play, near side shot. This time he fans. Puck comes through the other side. Around the net. OMG. Hornets got to wake up a little bit here. A little more vocal, maybe. Berlowski. First time he sees the ice, they're already down 2. Near side shot, Zach reaches out and holds on to that one, and we'll have a face-off. Face-off to Zach's right, couple minutes in. Hornets find themselves down a couple. Nothing insurmountable, though. Puck comes to the top of the circle. 6 gets it on his back end, rolls it through the slot, nobody home. 17 comes through the near side, puts it deep into the corner. First hit of the game, really, by Sandberg. Now a bit of a jarring hit on Bang. Now it bounced around the slot. Puck still free. OMG, 17, top of the circle. Can't get a shot off. Good stick there by Bang. Bernhard ships it up the wall. Can't get it past 6. 6 throws the back door at the hash mark. Good job by the Hornets to top their man, but again, they can't get the puck out. Bang pushes his boy into the neutralized zone, but the puck stays in. Bernhard now off the wall to Bang. Bang avoids the hit and gets it to Stahl. Stahl's got numbers coming back. Looks, winds fired near shot. Good blocker save. Probably the best scoring chance there for your Hornets. Now, Matushak holds the zone. Puck comes back to Sandberg, who relays it all the way back to Bernhard at his own blue line. Edina playing with a little more confidence, and that'll go for icing as a hard pass goes up the ice. Well, a couple tough moments there for the Hornets, but see if they can bounce back. Big arena. Man, that's why it feels so sterile. It sucks the energy up. Puck rolls to Zach. He angles at the corner, thrown out in front. He steers that one aside. Checked over to Jimmy. Jimmy over to Landon. Landon rolls it into the zone, all the way back to their Kendi. Number 9 goes to collect it. Up to 2 on the wall and chipped up the middle. Good stick there by Suds. He keeps 7 wide and knocks it off his stick. Jimmy puts on the brakes over to Millsy. Millsy now looks up the middle, goes one way, the other way, turns 7 inside out, tries to go around number 9. Puck comes off his stick. He goes to get it, tried to bring it back to the point, doesn't make it. Now it does, but outside the reach of Sporto, and he's going to have to go back with Suds. Suds brings it back on the near side. Hard pass to Jimmy, who chips it into the zone. Gives it the old 45 degree on the blade. And nice job by Lando putting pressure on as McConnell comes in off the bench. Kick down there by Auska. Sauer chips it down low, knocked down by the big stinky mitt there of number 14, and he's going to lead the break the other way. Good job by Dan. He rolls over, tangles up with his man, pucks and skates. Nobody can find it. Now Wyatt chips it over. He's got Dan up front, but he gives it to McConnell cutting through the other side. McConnell rolled it to the top of the circle. Dan peeling back to get back in his defensive position. And just 4 minutes in, I feel like we've been here for a long time. Puck goes down the far side. Brolowski tied up with his man. 14 puts on his brakes. Brolowski tries to pin him to the wall. Puck rolls out to the goal line. Now they come out the other side. OMG with the puck, bring it all the way back to the point. Top of the stick. Good stick there by Dan. And McConnell's on a break. McConnell avoids the hook from 11. Now he's taken down. No call. 4. McConnell has him in his sights. He leans into him. Puck pushed towards the wall, towards Swigham's sides. 14 puts on the brakes, rolls it to 10. Good play there by Wyatt Smith getting in the way. Now puck comes up to McConnell. He chips it into the bench. And we'll have a face-off at center ice. Good shift for Baker McConnell. Almost got sprung for a break. Same lines. Sandberg out there with Bang on his left, Stahl on his right. Puck gets pushed in deep. Hard off the wall it comes. Good stick there by Swigham. Gets it to the half wall. Stahl gives chase, and it's pushed down behind the net. All the way back towards Bernhard. He gets his body in the way of number 10. Number 10 not happy with it. Now Swigham shoots, fires. Rebound available. Second time the puck has come free off this tendy. And Edina pitchforks it deep into the zone. On the breaks goes OMG defender. He goes off the wall. Very lively boards here at Aldrich Arena in West St. Paul. Sixth pass goes up the middle. Somehow they stay on side. 16 has it, tries to roll it in front. Edina goes off the wall. Sandberg pins his man, and now Bang comes away. Bang on the all-natural 1-on-3. Wide around the defender. Goes hitting into the wall. Good job, though, by Bang to stay with it, and 6 is giving him a solid workover. Now supported, and the puck wheeled all the way back down into the Edina zone. Icing is waved off as Sporchich goes to get it. Sporchich hard to Millsy. Millsy hard to Jimmy. Jimmy chips it in, and icing is waved off as Sauer gives chase. Edina, I would say, has better control of this game, but they do find themselves on the wrong side of the legend so far. Landon tries to throw a hit, gets a bit of a receiving elbow. Excuse me, Jimmy. Rolled it in front. Now Zach sees the puck bounce up, and then he smothers it. And now 8:37 left to go here in the first. And this very electric crowd at Aldrich midday today is face-off. Auska threatening to do the wave here. Better watch out. On the draw, puck comes back for OMG. They look to throw it in front, goes off a skate of 13. He can't find it. Edina tries to help him find it. And now Brolowski over to Suds. Suds dangerously through the middle, hits 12 in the stick. Can't get a handle on it, thankfully. Millsy, also dangerous through the middle. That's 2, boys. Can we not do this? Dan down low. Millsy towards Jimmy. OMG brings it back to the point. They hold the line. 8 winds fires. Zach gets a piece of it, puts it in the corner. OMG back to the point for 8. Now they go to the other side. They do move across the line very well. A good puck movement team. Puck bounced around in front. Zach smothers it, and we'll have a face-off. Face-off coming from the right side. $7:55 left to go here in the first period. Ouska on the draw, pushing it back to the top of the circle. Good job by Ouska to get in the way. Chipped up to Smith. Smith frees it. Nice job. And here goes Swigum. Swigum has McConnell. He looks out in front, finds them, shoots. Oh, and Tendy gets a piece sliding across. But shot in from the corner is Wyatt Smith. And he puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-1. Good rush by your Hornets. And an over-aggressive move by the Tendy caught him out of place. And Edina able to be the beneficiary. Nice job by Smith, just throwing it at the net. And just like that, we have a hockey game halfway through the first. Ouska, puck comes back to the defender. Launched high into the zone. Zach watches it go behind the net as 7 gets there with Bernhard. 2 comes in support. Puck comes to the wall towards Baker. Baker wheels back to cover the defender as 14 has it. And Bernhard wisely gets underneath him. Now Smith, he puts on the brakes. Throws it up the wall off a shin pad. 2 different black jerseys. Wait, shot far and held on by Zach. The shot. Casually, calmly collected into the trapper. Swigs getting some direction from the man in stripes. Only 2 linesmen out here for these games. So the linesmen are both the referees and the linesmen. It does take 2 men off the ice. Oh, Sandberg can't get out of the zone. Now Stahl tries, goes off a body. He's through the middle zones are dangerous. Good pass to Bang. Bang wheels around number 9 on the back end. He's got Sandberg in front. Lines himself up for a big hit in the corner. Sandberg comes in support, brings it back to Stahl. Stahl floats it in front. Good job by Bang crashing in front, but the muffin of a shot, as the boys would call it, easily collected and held on to. Face-off coming. Millsy out there. Sauer on his left. Jimmy on his right. Puck rolled through the slot. Millsy takes a knee. Number 4 has it in the corner, brings it back to 16. Strange bounce, but somehow works to OMG's benefit. A 3-on-2 over to 16, through the middle to the back on 18. He can't collect it. Edina tries to go behind the net. Nobody there for the Hornets. Now comes up through the middle and thankfully out of the zone. You'll notice OMG moves the puck again quite well across that golden line, even behind the net. Now they try and chip it wide on Suds. He goes off the skate of 16. Edina having a hard time getting it out when they have the puck on the stick in their own zone. Good job in support. Jimmy gets underneath, but OMG has the puck coming out of the far side. They roll it out in front. Lots of sticks. They chop it short side. Misses. Suds ties up with his man. Throw it out front. Good stick by Suds. Turnaround shot negated. And now a shot coming from the top of the circle. 0-4 loses the handle. Good job by Millsy. And now Sauer comes back out of the zone. Good pass over to Jimmy. Jimmy floats it in. And just from the wrong side of the red line. And we'll have an icing call. 5:49 left to go here in the first. I would guess we're sitting around 106 people here. No, not 106. Puck comes back to the top of the blue line. Knocked down. Edina's going to have a break. If they can free it, chipped ahead to Ouska. Ouska tries to get it over to McConnell. Not enough mustard on it. And OMG able to shoot it back down to Edina's zone. Brylowski hard off the wall. Smith chips it into the zone. OMG collects it. D to D they go. Now they look to go up ice. Good cross ice pass over to 17. Brylowski there. Nice body position. And Dan picks it up. Leaves it in the corner for Brylowski. Smith thought about it, but Mitch was up there and on it. Puck again to the blue line. Not out though. And now it's Dan. Dan cuts in front of that. Throws it up front. Again, Edina unable to get it out. Chipped in down low. I feel like this is a mix between OMG being in the good position, but Edina just not making the right play here. OMG has the puck in the high slot. McConnell drops down, gives him a little stick to say hi. And Edina now shoots that to length the ice. Icing will be called and will face off deep in the zone. 4:48 left to go here in the first. Shot 7-6 in favor of OMG. Sandberg pulls the puck back. Bernhard goes to get it. He's tied up. Sandberg, nice job coming in support. But again, Edina unable to get it out. Now Sandberg follows through. Bang pushes it to the line and not over. And almost a break there. Good job by Bernhard to get his stick on it. Bang through the middle over to Sandberg. Sandberg goes wide around the defender, skating through the hook. And now the elbow from 8. Stahl comes in support. They dig it out of the corner. Sandberg again, this time surrounded by 2 men in black jerseys. Throws it out in front. Oh, and just outside Swig, and that'll roll all the way out to neutral ice. Swigs over to Bernhard. Bernhard looks, goes back up. Oh, wait. Now he tries to find Sandberg, who kicks it over to Stahl. Stahl winds. Oh, can't get the shot off as he's dispatched into the corner. Long pass to 2. Nice chip over there for 7, I think. 7 cuts through the middle. Sud steps up on him. Near side shot. Zach steers that aside. Jimmy picks it up on the near side wall. He's got Landon going through the middle. Can't find him with a pass. Usually the sure-handed passing of Jimmy. And now 7, top of the circle, inside out, near side shot. Zach slides over, smothers it. We'll have a whistle. And 7, a little confused on why the ref's arm didn't go up as he went moving to the net. Good job by Swigum. Pretty tame post whistle here. Good to see. Hard between the whistles, calm after the whistles. Auska on the draw, does a 360. Now Smith comes in, and Auska comes away with it. Auska goes wide on number 4, gets harassed to get to the corner, rolls it behind the net. Baker tries to shield the puck with his body. 2 jerseys in black. Bring the puck to the blue line and pass Suds. Good job by Sporchich, who takes a hit. Good to see him. Moving well. And 16 comes across the line. Wide around. Suds puts on the break back door, and they had 2 different players there. One decided to tap it in, and that'll do it. 3-1 for OMG. They create odd man rushes from the blue line in a way we don't see from many teams. Auska pushes the puck back. OMG throws it between their defenders, now hard up the middle. Good job by Suds. Comes off the wall to McConnell, who leaves it for Auska. Auska over to Wyatt. Wyatt to the top of the circle. Line's fired. Blocker aside. Again, difference between the Edina game and the OMG game. The ability of the offside winger to come down and pick up that rebound. McConnell creating some disturbance in front of the net. Now behind the net, 11 leans into his man. Good job by Wyatt to come in and support. Throwing back door. But again, McConnell not quite there. Long pass to 16 is going to try and beat Dan. Good job by Dan, who held him wide, and the puck rolls to Zach, who smothers it. Nice play there by Dan. But again, OMG trying to get one extra step on our skaters. He's going to have the puck. Yeah. Cross ice pass on the backside of Bang's stick. He chips it to the blue line. Good job by Bang. Sandberg unable to hold the line, and Dan wheels back. Shipped it over there to Brolowski. Brolowski looked to go cross ice, now brings it up the near side. And OMG takes charge hard off the wall. 13. Can't get any farther than Dan just outside the blue line. And now Sandberg goes through the middle, gets tripped up, and then hit. I think that trip probably actually saved him from getting crunched. Sandberg loses the handle. Thrown out in front, knocked away there by Dan. Dangerous pass up the middle, but evades everybody and Bangs in a foot race. Bang chips into the blue line. They stay onside. Bang battling with 2 different OMG guys for the puck. Tried to find Millsy, and it just squirts by him. Millsy tries to create a turnover. Bernhard Cranker, more like a bobbling puck, but it moves slowly towards the crease. And OMG forced to shoot that the length of the ice, and we'll get an icing call with 1:12 left to go here in the first. Did they clean the ice before the first, or are they going to clean it after the first? Okay. Jimmy out on the draw. Sauer on his left. Millsy on his right. Puck gets pushed in the corner. Millsy gets taken down, and OMG is going to go for tripping. Good call by the ref. Sometimes it's a call that's missed because it happens so quickly off the faceoff. Not that time, though. And Edina will go to the power play with $1:10 left to go here in the first. Auska up there with Landon and Wyatt. Sandberg and Swigum back on the point. Puck comes get caught up in skates. Edina unable to bring it back to the point as much as they tried. Now Landon holds it to the wall, goes high in the air. Sandberg chips it nicely down to Smith. Smith looks for Swigum, finds him. Swigum winds, fires. Oh, good shot, just missed. And Sandberg takes the rebound just a step behind and puts it off a stick. It goes over top of the netting. We'll do it all again with 50 seconds left to go here in the first. Auska trying to bring that puck back to Sandberg with his rocket. They tied up on the draw, got the length of the ice, and that will come all the way back for icing. Oh, yeah? This is their second game of the day, I think. Comes back to the point here for Swigum. Swigum to Sandberg, who crankers. Good shot at Auska in front. Dendy makes a big save through traffic. But that's the way Edina's power play is designed to work. Here comes Swigum. He'll take it with speed. Goes inside the defender on his back end. Nobody with him, and the puck goes in the corner. Sauer chips it behind the net. Gets it back. He's got Sandberg at the top of the circle. 20 seconds over to Swigum. Swigum to Sandberg. Sandberg winds, fires, hits the body, and just floats over top of the net. 10 seconds as Sauer leaves it there for Smith. Goes cross ice, hits a body, doesn't make it through, and that should do it. 3, 2, 1. Let's hear Siren. Siren, no goal as 7 cleans it by Zach, but doesn't count as the siren went. Are we clearing the ice? A lot of people skating around. Doesn't look like it. All right. The Zamboni does not look like it's prepared to jump into action here. All right, we'll throw it on mute. Back here in a minute. No, they have a penalty. Oh, we need another play. All right, here we go. Auska out there with Smith and Sauer. Edina again on the power play for another 48 seconds here to start the second. Sandberg hard up the wall. Misses Smith, excuse me. Puck bounced out in front. Edina not exactly quick on it. They might have had a chance. Now Swigum Throws it over to Sandberg. Rolls it out into the slot to the bumper position. Auska not enough to get enough on it. And now 14 comes back the other way with some speed. He lines and swings and misses on that one. And Edina able to regroup. Puck goes off Sandberg's skate, though. And Sauer comes back to collect the loose puck. Not much power in this power play for your Hornets. Sauer throws it behind the net. Sandberg leaves it there for Swigum. And with just 5 seconds left, OMG about to be back on even strength. Lead pass to Smith, can collect it. And now OMG comes back the other way. Sportich puts it to the open side. That wasn't so open. Nice job battling for the top of the circle. They throw it down low. Collected at the top of the circle. 16 looks back door. Now it comes back. And I think it's banged in by Millsy. I don't know if we hit that in or they hit that in. Did we knock that in our own net? Somebody. All right. Hornets have a bit of a hole. That was not so powerful of a power play to start the period. Push through the middle. The ultimate goal here is if you end up at the bottom of the pool, you got to play at 7 a.m. on Sunday, and nobody wants that. Up they go. Suds knocks the puck down in his feet, leaned into by McConnell, and now Millsy comes back to collect it. Here goes Millsy down the near side, through the middle, lose the handle, thrown in around the wall. Jimmy runs into his man, separates him from the puck. Millsy overskates it for a brief moment. And now Jimmy has it. Leaves it back there again for Millsy. Millsy pushes it to the open side. He's going to have room at the point. Comes back to Sporto. Sporto goes off the wall, but misses bang. Long lead pass to 18. Good job by Sportich to come back. OMG manages to stay on side as they bring the puck back into the zone. And Zach will hold on for a faceoff. 12:54 left to go here in the second. Not a lot of energy on the ice. Not a lot of energy in the stands. Candles. Maybe like noisemakers. Puck comes back to 17. Backdoor to 4. Shot tip. Misses near side. Dan leans into his man. They get tangled up. Size difference. Clearly apparent. That puck shot just goes wide as Dan gets dispatched up near the post. Stahl comes out of the corner with the puck, rolls it through the middle. Nobody home for either team. It comes all the way back to neutral ice. 4 open on the near side, or excuse me, it's 17. He finds them. They stay on side. Good back check there by Sandberg. He tries to find Stahl, goes off a skate, and now 4 goes back to collect in his own corner. Pushes it hard along the wall. Good job closing, though, by Stahl, and now Bernhard brings it in, and that's going to roll out of the zone. Dan looks like he lost a strap on his helmet. Puck goes up outside the blue line. Now OMG comes right back the other way, probably when he got tangled up near the post. McConnell runs over his man, kind of ever so gently. 7 from the hash marks. They battle down low. Sandberg can't get it the first time, so the second time makes it to Stahl. Stahl through the middle, nobody home for the Hornets, and now McConnell chips it out to neutral ice. Stahl cutting to the middle, but no puck. And now Bernhard gets it over to McConnell. McConnell waits for Smith, tried to find him on the back door, and 4 picks it up, looking the other way. Over goes number 6, crosses the line, inside, outside the defenseman. Now 2 rolls in front, rebound available. And Zach, not so happy as the loose pucks keep going in opposite directions. Edina running in their own zone today quite a bit. Lots of loose pucks kind of from the hash marks in. And OMG taking full advantage. Freed to the middle for a brief moment. Now turnover shot scored. Good job by Auska. Edina giving OMG a little bit of their own medicine. And just like that, it's 5-2. Wouldn't call it good, but those are the ways we're going to have to score on this team, creating turnovers down low and trying to limit them from our own side. Auska pushes the puck towards the OMGD. Chipped in down low by Smith, who gets leaned into by 9. Auska absorbs the hit, rolls it in front. McConnell had skated a little too far through the crease. And now OMG again comes back with speed down the outside. Nice job by Suds to lean into his men. Pins it to the wall. Edina with a second man in support. And here comes Auska. That's the way we're going to have to beat this team. Dumped in, and Edina goes for a change. McConnell, Auska off. Sauer, Millsy on. Turnover again down low. Millsy, if he can get it to Jimmy. Jimmy can't level it down and smothered there by the Tendy. Face off to the near side here. Edina trying to create a few more turnovers down low. Millsy on the draw. Puck comes to the near side. Comes to Jimmy's side now. Nice job by Dan to get it to Millsy. Millsy tried to turn but loses the handle. Dan holds the zone for a brief moment. 11 didn't expect Millsy that deep in the zone and ran into him. Now puck is loose in the corner. Good job by Sauer to Millsy, who scores. Good pressure by your Hornets, and it's 5-3. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Good job again by your Hornets, creating some pressure down low, giving themselves a chance. Millsy pushes the puck into the zone. Landon and Millsy give chase. Landon finishes his check. 14 throws it up the middle. Good job by Bernhard to step up, and now Swigum to put it back into the zone. Sauer absorbs a check, but takes down his man. Millsy on it. He's got Jimmy in front. Chips it to himself. Leaves it for Sauer. Sauer looking for Jimmy. Puts on the brakes. Ford does a good job staying with him. Jimmy has the puck in his skates. They're tied up there in the corner. 9:38 left to go here in the second. Millsy frees it to the open side. He's going to try and push it back to the point. 14 is there, and now Sauer steps up. 4 tries to clear it, and now they come back out. 7 and 2 and 14. 3 men stepped around is 7. Goes down low in front. Nice save by Zach. And now Sandberg comes down, and Edina has their own 3-on-2. Sandberg tries to bring it back to Bang, who just spans on it and it goes wide. Brought all the way back, though, and Edina was hopping off onto the ice. Suds chips it into the zone. Edina trying to play a little bit more energized here. That puck, I don't know what that hit, but it went the other way. Sandberg has them go around him now. Their 14 tries to go around Sportich, can't do it. Stahl gets dumped in open ice. Cross ice pass there for Stahl, goes off his stick, and Penn has it. Penn cuts through the middle, puts it off the side wall. They just stay on side. Near side shot, Zach gets just a piece of it, fights it off. And here comes Sportich. Ooh, big hit. And that's going to be a call. Zach's coming to the bench. Stahl gets his legs taken out, and we're going to have a high hit. Why is who laughing about it? All right, Edina's going to go to the power play. Let's see if they can have a little bit more puck control than they did on their last one. Auska out there with Landon Sauer, and we got Smith on the near side. Puck comes around the wall, back to Sandberg. He holds the blue line, chips it in down low. Auska first on it, rolls in front. Puck is knocked down by Sauer, and gives him a little flinch test. Okay, don't tell him. Here we go. Tower lined up against the flinch man himself. Quick shot misses far side. Edina playing with a little bit more energy now. OMG tries to bring it up to neutral ice. Swigum brings it to the open side, and Sandberg wheels over to collect it. 25 seconds gone here in the power play. Swigum back in his own zone behind the net. Swigs up to Sandberg. Sandberg looks to lead the rush, throws it off a stick into the zone. Auska going to get met there on the far side. Big hit. Comes down for the line. Good job by Swigum. Gets over to Smith. Smith, line fired, knocked down, rebound, scores! And just like that, it's 5-4. Good pressure down low by your Hornets. Auska does a great job accepting the hit behind the net to keep the puck in the zone. And then Swigum holds the line, finds Smith. Good shot. And Auska had all the time in the world to bury the rebound. Great shift.